Arabia. The carefully created Instagram posts refrain from addressing any instances of human rights violations, such as beheadings and crucifixions, women seeking refuge due to domestic violence, or Saudi Arabia's military campaign in Yemen, which has been identified by the UN as the root cause of the most severe humanitarian crisis globally. Interestingly, Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund, the Public Investment Fund, has acquired a sizable stake in Meta, Instagram's parent company. In short, everything an Instagram influencer poses about Saudi is a lie, and Instagram is used as the perfect tool for propaganda, or as the Saudis would like to call it, public relations, which really shouldn't be much of a surprise. After all, most of these influencers have built their entire lives around falsehoods and fabrications, and they would sell their soul for anyone. No matter how oppressive and bad the country is, people can be paid just thousands, given a nice hotel, and they'll do anything to praise the country. And the fact that the Saudis are trying to buy up as much as Meta as possible shows how truly dangerous Instagram is for our culture. And some people on Instagram are starting to catch on to this. Some of these Instagram models' followers are aware of this fabricated image, but others aren't. And that's because many of them don't even exist. They're phantom followers, as fake as the influencers promoting the supposed beauty and brilliance of Saudi Arabia. And thanks to the likes of TikTok and Instagram, the two most popular social media sites, and influencers have become increasingly valuable tool for marketers. Major brands and agencies invest billions of dollars in leveraging the followers of these influencers to boost engagement rates. Social media influencers with a large following or dedicated community can earn substantial profits from their posts or by participating in activities like affiliate marketing. What if I was to tell you that many of your favorite influencers never really earned their following? They purchased it. And some individuals who claim to be influencers are simply seeking to create the illusion of a luxurious lifestyle rather than actually living it. This deceptive behavior has become a significant concern as the popularity of social media influencers continues to grow. In fact, recent research shows that a staggering 49% of Instagram influencers engaged in follower fraud. This data, combined with the findings that 1 in 4 influencers purchase 15% of their followers and 3 in 4 influencers purchase over 10,000 followers, highlights the extent of this issue. Almost every major celebrity has fake followers now. You can guess at least half of their followers aren't even real, but this is all used as social proof, and regardless of the credibility of these followers, it makes people's profiles appealing to brands who are seeking influencers to collaborate with, and also can be used for nefarious purposes, to convince people that these Instagram stars are legit and that they are trustworthy. And the fakeness of Instagram is now having real-world consequences. It's ruining lives. You see, Instagram has in recent times evolved from a platform for sharing pictures to a platform for self-promotion. This transition has allowed girls as young as 14 to capitalize on their popularity. However, in order for a girl to achieve enough social recognition to earn substantial income on Instagram, she must be willing to compromise her integrity and basically sell her soul for superficial gains. This includes posting pictures of herself in underwear and conforming to the adult entertainer chick aesthetic by posing in a hypersexualized, extremely suggestive manner. In essence, these girls, many of whom are teenagers, have essentially become adult workers. And once a girl amasses a significant number of followers on Instagram, she can then become an influencer and collaborate with various brands. In some cases, a girl becomes her own brand and solely markets herself. An example of this is Piper Rockette, a 16-year-old who has been in the business since the age of 14, gaining fame by posting provocative pictures, earning her thousands of dollars every month at the age of 16. In truth, Instagram has become the go-to place for most teenagers around the world to either model themselves, start an adult entertainer career, or just to be used as a dating app. And this has, rather understandably, drawn concern from concerned parents and commentators. At the same time, it's drawn attention from dangerous individuals, including kiddie lovers and other perverted monsters. As the Wall Street Journal has reported, Instagram doesn't just cater to illicit content involving children, it actually facilitates the connection between kiddie fiddlers and content sellers through its recommendation systems. Merely coming into contact with an account within Instagram's kiddie fiddler community can actually trigger the platform to start suggesting that users join it. In their research, the investigators discovered that Instagram allows people to search for explicit hashtags like pedo whore and preteen sex, which then connect them to accounts promoting sale of child material. The threat to kids doesn't even end there. Even mothers, consciously or otherwise, are putting their children's well-being at risk. And to be clear, a very specific type of mum is doing this, the mumfluencer. Now, although influencers are nothing really new, the rise of mumfluencers is a very recent trend, not to mention a disturbing one. The mumfluencer is a hyper-artificial construct, a fabrication created by individuals, technology firms, and consumer brands as a means of earning a livelihood through social media. And mumfluencers have become a lucrative industry for advertisers, given that women predominantly make household purchasing decisions, and these influencers regularly hawk stroller, cooking utensils, and children. You see, these accounts have a substantial number of followers. The individuals who own these accounts are primarily mothers who use their children as the main focus to promote themselves and their products. These accounts have faced repeated criticism for showcasing their children, often in provocative ways. These influencers share numerous photos of their unconsenting kids with their thousands, even millions of followers. The images are online for everyone to see, including the creeps who take them and share them on illicit online forums. These forums are frequented by the worst types of people who exchange and distribute links to these darknet pages amongst themselves, and there's a huge amount of evidence indicating that images of children from prominent mumfluencer accounts resurface on the darknet, making Instagram the key platform for where these images easily proliferate, as they are so readily available there. And unfortunately, numerous parents fail to consider the potential repercussions when showcasing their children. Anything for an easy dollar, it seems. But it's not just mindless mums thirsty for clicks that are endangering children. The makers of Instagram are too. You see, in 2020, Instagram introduced Reels, basically making TikTok just another copycat of TikTok, making this platform even worse. But it's not just because of these short, instant gratification addictive videos. Another investigation conducted by the Wall Street Journal also revealed that Instagram's Reels service recommends explicit and inappropriate content involving children. Now, the purpose of this investigation was to observe the type of content that the platform suggests to accounts primarily following young gymnasts, cheerleaders, and other teen and preteen influencers. The Wall Street Journal initiated this test after noticing that many subscribers to these accounts were adult men who had shown interest in sexual content related to both children and adults. Throughout the testing process, the Wall Street Journal claims that Instagram's algorithm presented a significant amount of explicit content, including videos featuring children in provocative situations, as well as overtly sexual adult content. In addition to these videos, the platform also displayed advertisements for major US brands. One example provided by the Wall Street Journal involved a stream of videos on Instagram that included an advertisement for a dating app, a video of someone interacting with a life-size latex doll in a suggestive manner, and a video of a young girl exposing her midriff by lifting her shirt. Another stream featured a commercial followed by a video of a man lying on a bed with his arm around a 10-year-old girl. The Canadian Centre for Child Protection conducted similar tests on Instagram and reported comparable findings, further supporting the concerns raised by the Wall Street Journal's investigation here. So in response, Meta stated that the test conducted by the outlets resulted in a manufactured experience that does not accurately represent what the majority of its billions of users see, which wasn't really a very convincing response. And then shortly after, several businesses decided to withdraw their advertising from Meta's platforms in response. And then just before Christmas, a lawsuit against Meta and Mark Zuckerberg was filed by New Mexico's Attorney General, Raul Torres, asserting that both Facebook and Instagram are leading children towards explicit content, even in the absence of any expressed interest. According to the civil suit, children are coerced by predators to share their photos or engage in very disturbing videos. Instead of offering secure environments for children that are iPad kids, Generation Alpha who are raised by these platforms, apps like Instagram are actually just facilitating the exchange of child disturbing content and the solicitation of minors for disturbing purposes. So why hasn't Meta done more to protect innocent children? If the lawsuit is to be believed, protections have been implemented due to the potential hit they would have on Meta's advertising revenue. And this has allowed Instagram to become a prime marketplace for predators in search of young children upon whom to prey. And Instagram, it seems, enables those who want to do harm, and harms the very ones that want to use the platform for fun. Moreover, when its algorithms aren't feeding content to potential predators, they're literally distorting the minds of young, impressionable users. As it's clear to see, Instagram is regularly used to exploit innocent individuals, but it's also used by unscrupulous actors to exploit grief. You see, in 2019, Bianca Devins, a 17-year-old New Yorker, attended a concert with 21-year-old Brandon Clark. Tragically, she never made it back home. In the early hours of Sunday morning, Devins was brutally murdered, having her throat dissected with a knife, and the images of Devins' lifeless body began to surface online shortly after, originating from Clark's Instagram account. These images included a photograph of her torso with a caption that read, "I'm sorry, Bianca," as well as a selfie of Clark lying on Devins' body. It took Instagram several hours to remove these distressing images, during which time they had already been shared extensively. Exploiting the situation, some individuals in social media shamelessly sought to gain followers and popularity by posting comments such as, "Follow me and DM," for the full video and picture. Clark, who was later charged with Devins' murder, experienced a surge in his social media following. And shockingly, according to a BBC report, certain twisted individuals even manipulated images of Devins' body to create repugnant memes. Users who tried to report these distressing images to Instagram's moderators claimed that their reports were dismissed. In the aftermath, Instagram faced severe criticism for its delayed response in addressing the images and for allowing users to exploit Devins' tragic death for personal gain. And this isn't an anomaly. As NBC recently reported, a new kind of sexualized content is flooding Instagram. Ads for sexually suggestive, scantily clad, dirty talking chatbots powered by AI. Dozens of tech startups, according to the report, are using Instagram to post explicit advertisements that promote not safe for work experiences. The ads promise not safe for work pics, custom pinup girls, and censor-free chats. Many of the ads feature digitally created potential girlfriends with large breasts and sexually provocative clothing. Some ads even use memes that include popular children's TV characters, such as SpongeBob SquarePants, Bart Simpson, or the Cookie Monster, to promote apps where people can create not safe for work pics. Others feature digitally created girls who appear to be teenagers or younger, sometimes in the style of anime. And Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, had dozens of developers who were displaying sexually explicit advertisements on their apps. Keep in mind that many of Instagram's users are as young as just 13 years old and possibly even much younger than this. Other studies have discovered that Instagram actually promotes dangerous weight loss trends amongst impressionable teen users. For example, one study found that when teenage girls interacted even briefly with content related to dieting, the Explore tab on Instagram would immediately start displaying images of individuals showcasing their pre- and post-weight loss journeys. Additionally, the Explore page would feature content focused on weight loss tips, exercise, and body sculpting. Notably, this material often presented individuals with noticeably slim body shapes, some of which appeared to be edited or distorted. Similar results were observed when replicating the experience for teenage boys. One study recreated the online behavior of a real 14-year-old boy, which ultimately resulted in his Instagram Explore tab being inundated with pictures of heavily edited and retouched models. In response to these findings, a spokesperson for Meta, the people that own Instagram, stating that the platform is already implementing measures to ensure the safety of teenagers, such as preventing adults from sending direct messages to teens who do not follow them. And this empty promise came just before the Wall Street Journal bombshell report. And it is worth noting that even a single like has the potential to generate thousands of related content suggestions. Some of these suggestions have the backing of influential celebrities, and exploitative companies regularly appeared on the platform, selling supposedly miraculous weight loss products, often with endorsements from celebrities. For example, notable figures like the Kardashians and Cardi B have faced criticism for promoting detox teas and slimming lollipops, and it's well known that several of these products have detrimental effects on both the mental and physical health of mostly young women. But most of us already know this. Instagram has become a meat market. It is the ultimate dating tool. It's the place where people everywhere around the world come together and make the realities look perfect. The whole thing is fake and a facade, promoting our culture to become more plastic and fake itself. But one really crazy thing with Instagram isn't just the trafficking of people, but it's also a marketplace for the most depraved things you can even imagine. Things just as creepy and debauched as trafficking. You see, recently it's been found that Instagram is now a marketplace for things like